So we are at the end of March and, well, the market's a bit different than when we started in January. And today I'm going to just briefly touch on 3 of the biggest changes that I have seen since the beginning of the year. Before I get into that, I am Dave Masson with the Dave Masson Real Estate Group. I make educational videos on the Vancouver and the Fraser Valley real estate. If you enjoy this content, do me a favor. Like this video, subscribe. It does help me get in front of more people like yourself. If you would like to book a discovery call, you can do so in my description below the video. So yes, January, it started out slow. Statistically speaking, I think it was one of the slowest Januaries that we had seen in 10 years. So it was significantly slower than we were used to as an industry. And that kind of continued on until about the middle of February or so. And then we started to see activity pick up. But the big pickup, for at least my perspective, was when the Bank of Canada announced that they were going to be pausing rates. And at that point in time, I felt there was much more of a pulse in the market. People, buyers, they had a bit more confidence. They said, hey, these are the rates. This is the price of the asset. I think people are actually realizing that prices have come down so far and so significantly that, yes, the borrowing cost was up. However, to obtain that asset was much lower. And when they were calculating the payments, they actually were coming in the same as if they would have purchased at a lower interest rate at a higher price. The difference was the fact that at a lower price, you have a greater chance of growth when it comes to the asset than what you do when you buy at the top of the market. So we started seeing that definitely tick in the market there. And a lot of the buyers that were on the sidelines at the beginning of the year and the end of last year were actually starting to go out and not only just look, but they were writing offers. And then we started getting into March, and that's when I felt the activity really picked up. And the reason for that, outside of the pause on the interest rates, was tight inventory. So that's another thing that I kind of noticed was obviously the buyers in regards to January versus, the March pocket of the market were not only just looking but writing, but the inventory, the good inventory, had actually significantly decreased. Therefore, it was causing a bit more of that offer presentation day, multiple offers, etc. So one of the big differences that I'm noticing right now when we are looking at these multiple offers is that the buyers aren't writing as aggressively over asking as they were in previous markets when we were having multiple offers, because I think the fear of missing out is not there. And I think the buyers, the education level and their awareness is much stronger. When we had the low interest rates combined with the low inventory, I think there was that FOMO in the market. So people were kind of rushing, scrambling, trying to find a place. Some people were in the position where they had already sold, they had to buy. Others felt they had to buy just to get a great interest rate. And it was causing people to perhaps bid a little more aggressively than they should have. This go around, let's say we have, 4 or 5 offers on a property. Most of those are either under asking or at asking. Not a majority, those are significantly over, unless of course the property's been priced to incite much over asking offers. That being said, the demand still is there, and I think we're going to continue to see that as the spring progresses. And in regards to these multiple offers, sellers are quite aware of the uptick in demand in the properties, especially in that 600 to 1.4, 1.5 price range. So they noticed this and they took action by signing the direction of offers. Now, the difference this go around is if you sign that direction of offers, you are bound to viewing offers on that day and that day only. Previously, if you signed that, someone sent you a bully offer and you really like the number, you could take that offer. You'd have to let everyone know who showed interest that an offer had come in to give them the opportunity to present an offer, but that does not work anymore. No bully offers. So if you do sign that, you are bound to that, but it is still working. Like I had mentioned, properties, they are getting 5, 6, 7, 8 offers. The demand is there. I think it's going to continue until we start seeing more inventory come on the market, maybe later on the spring break just ended. So maybe people have that on their to-do list. And if that happens, that'll be great. Perhaps we'll have some more balance in the market, but right now that price range from about 6 to 1.5, as I mentioned, is a seller's market. That being said, the buyers are more educated and I don't see a bunch of aggressive offers all the time on properties unless, again, they are vastly underpriced. Most of the offers are coming in at market now. So where will the spring market take us? Hard to say. It's going to come down to what kind and how much inventory that the market produces. I'm hoping we see some good and more inventory now that spring break is over to kind of balance things out. It would be nice to get to more, of an equalized market where people have their time to go look at properties. It's not such a frenzy, but right now that's the way it feels. It's much more busier than obviously January was or even fall of last year. So we're kind of back to that 2022 feel. But again, the buyers, they do not seem as desperate and they are making more educated offers, I guess, for lack of a better term. So I will do a follow-up video you to this about my predictions in about a week or so once I can see where the inventory lands. But for the time being, yes, there's major changes since the first to the third quarter. It's much more of a high-paced market, more educated buyers though, and I don't feel we are going to see a relapse of that 2021 market, not for the time being. So if you enjoyed this content, let me know. If you think I missed something, definitely leave it in the comments. Feel free to reach out if you'd like an evaluation or a buyer's consult. I do appreciate you watching. Take care and stay safe.